There is no question that Tucker Carlson is the champion of being the sworn enemy of lying, pomposity, smugness, and groupthink. And I'm just content to be an also-ran behind Tucker. Soon, Memorial Day will be upon us. And that day commemorates those who have died in war for our country. It was in a high school setting, junior high, senior high, high school setting. Young people were there. Question was asked, can you put these in order? World War II, Revolutionary War, Civil War, World War I, 9/11, Vietnam War. Young man said, okay, Revolutionary War, Civil War, World War I, World War II, 9/11, Vietnam. Whoa, wait. He backed up and said, no, it's Vietnam, 9/11. Interesting, a youngster being that detached from history. Basically got it right, but mixed up Vietnam and 9/11. When I was a kid, didn't you remember the wars? And couldn't you put a date to them? I mean, not an exact date, but a rough date. Talking with another kid there at school, teacher says, don't worry about dates. So you just had these wars without dates attached to them. Interesting to see where education is going, especially when kids taking a math test can take a calculator with them to take the test. And like one of the same kids said, I really don't know how to divide, but I got my calculator. Well, I didn't mean to get off on that subject. I want to talk about war because we've heard this concept of proportionality in relation to Hamas and Israel. Did we hear about proportionality in World War II? Was that a subject discussed in World War I, World War II, Revolutionary War? But think about World War II, the bombing of Dresden and what the Germans did to London. Was somebody on the side of the Allies saying, we got to worry about proportionality? Now, it was dreadful as bombs just leveled Germany. There was no discussion of that. Think about what we have now. So I'm going to draw the equivalent. Hamas is to Israel what the Nazis were to the Jews. And the Nazis just had to be completely destroyed. And that's the way it is. As difficult as it is for us to stomach it, Hamas must be destroyed. They want all Jews dead, gone, obliterated, just kind of like the Nazis did. And I know this subject of proportionality is discussed, but how can you be proportional with a group that wants to see the utter annihilation of a people group? It is a fight to the death. And that's how severe this issue is. Doesn't it make us think, too, about Scripture? When in the Old Testament, God told the Israelites, utterly destroy Canaanites, Jebusites, and all the otherites. And we might think, but that's not proportional. It's not us. It's not up to us to question God regarding that. He gave the orders, and that's what they were to do. I wonder how many would say we've got to be proportional here. I'm afraid that, maybe I would have been one who said something like that. I hope I would not have. If it was said, God told us to utterly destroy, then so be it. Doesn't this put into perspective what we're witnessing now with regard to Hamas and Israel? I know it's an ugly thing. It's a horrible thing. And I'm not saying all Palestinians are Hamas. But Hamas is Palestinian. Hamas must be destroyed for the sake of lasting peace in that region. Maybe controversial to say, but a stand needs to be taken. And when you have the ideology of a movement, of a government, because Palestine is controlled by Hamas, it has to be confronted in ways that really deal with the issue at the root. And Hamas must be dealt with at the root, as difficult and as harsh as it may sound. Well, unlike Tony Kornheiser of Pardon the Interruption, I cannot promise you that I'll try to do better the next time. And unlike Tony Kornheiser, I will wave the sackcloth flag for humility, which, by the way, if you'd like to come to a June 1st prayer meeting, 12 noon, at Real Life Church in Jamestown, we're going to be praying for humility in light of what that month the world has made about. It's not pride that we need. We need humility. Hope to see you then.